They sail the high seas on the most luxurious ships afloat, the chefs of galley wars. On board these mega yachts, they cater to the desires and demands of their wealthy and often famous guests. Now, some of the most renowned chefs afloat are prepping to face off in some of the most exotic destinations around the world in the ultimate foodie competition. Meet a few of our galley warriors.
I've been working on super yachts for probably close to 5, ranging on boats from 30 metres to 70 metres, sole chef, sous chef.
Hi, my name is Nick Taylor. I'm a chef and I work on a super yacht. I work on a boat here in Antibes. We're based in Antibes all year round, and in the summer we cruise around the Mediterranean.
My name is Anthony Bantoft from North Queensland, Australia. Currently a private chef in the super yacht industry. Working for the world's rich and famous, based in Florida, Palm Beach, working privately and travel with the boss privately. Wherever the boss goes, I travel to.
It very much depends on the vessel. I mean, I've never worked on anything over 70 metre, but you get boats which are going up to 100, 150. I think the newest is 180 metres. It's bigger than a lot of cruise ships. And I imagine our galleys are phenomenal, kitted out like beyond belief. The smaller boat, obviously the smaller galley. I've worked on small boats where you've literally got one stove top and a very domestic oven and one little fridge, and you've got to just try and make do with what you've got. That's one of the challenges.
It can be quite small, confined, very small fridges, usually one oven. Sometimes you don't have much surface area to work on. It's quite challenging because your guests expect restaurant standard food, and you're working out of a kitchen which is not too dissimilar from the kitchen in a normal 3-bedroom house.
They tell you what they want, when they want it, and how they want it, and basically within a minute's notice. So you're always got to have your game face on and be prepared for whatever they throw at you, and whatever produce you can get for the day. Menus change daily, so it's a challenging job.
Okay, well, on my very first boat I worked on, the owner's wife had a very sensitive palate. She didn't like many different things, and to come up with a creative meal for her was very challenging. Usually she would send back the first meal, so I always used to have to make a backup second and a backup third, and that was for the starters, the main course and dessert.
You can get some owners and some guests which are very down to earth, very civil, very well mannered, and really appreciate the hard work you're putting in, and that's great, and that makes your life so much easier. But on the flip side, you can get guests which are just beyond arrogant, beyond rude, really not very pleasant people to work for, and that's another challenge. Biting your tongue, yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir, I'll get the job done.
The one main complaint that I had where the whole table sent their food back was a few years ago with a group of Russians, and one of the daughters didn't like her food, so every single member at the table sent their meal back, just because the one person didn't agree with it, and that's the hardest thing you got to contend with. These people have got basically unspendless wealth, and they get what they want, and they get it how they want it and when they want it, and you've got to be able to just bite your tongue sometime. All right, I'll tell you, I still remember it to this day. I was in Grenada, actually, in the Caribbean, and a boss of mine said that he'd like to eat some goat. So he went off to the market with his family one day and brought me back literally a live goat back to the boat, and he said, I want the testicles. And I looked at him and I said, well, he goes, well, we need to kill the goat. I said, well, mate, you got back there. I said, take it back to where you bought it from. I said, get the guy, because this thing had a collar, like it was obviously someone's pet that he's seen walking down the side of the street, being in the Caribbean. You see some pretty strange things down there when it comes to animals and chickens and goats and stuff like that. So he actually took it back. He brought it in a taxi van, and the taxi van waited, and he put the goat back in the taxi van and took it to where he bought it from. Brought it back all sectioned up in like containers and garbage bags, and obviously he had the testicles, like his little sacred gold nuggets that he wanted me to cook up. So we took off, I think, that evening, and I did goat like 3 or 4 different ways, and of course he had the testicles as a little delicacy, so we did end up cooking it. So probably the most strangest random thing that I've had to do in this industry, definitely.